What's good, guys? Thank you for tuning in today for another video on my channel. Very cool little lens I want to talk about today, and that is the Canon EFM 22 f2. F2 in that tiny little lens. I don't know how they've done it. Fujifilm doesn't have an f2 Pancake lens this size. I don't believe any of the other camera brands do. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. But this little lens is cheap, it's sharp, and it may be what is missing from your camera kit this year. So let's jump into the reasons why I think this is a must-purchase lens for your Canon APS-C camera. Let's go. So first reason why I think you need to buy this lens is because traveling with camera bags is not good. I don't know if you've done that before. Traveling around with every lens that you've ever owned in a bag is just not a vibe. But traveling around with something this small that can actually fit in your pocket is. I spoke about this a little bit in another video that I made, but yeah, just the fact that this can actually just slide in your pocket or in a small bag is pretty incredible. So that is the first reason why you should buy one of these lenses. It allows you to take your camera and use it like a point and shoot, but you're getting that APS-C quality instead of one of those smaller sensor point and shoot cameras. So that is the first point. It's a small point and shoot essentially with great image quality. The next point is the f2, like I spoke about, which is actually giving you, so 22mm at f2 is giving you a 35mm f3, or it's pretty essentially a 2.8 look there on a full frame equivalent. So you know, there's people who shoot exclusively on 35mm, and so yeah, this lens is giving you that look, that kind of wide angle-ish look, but it does allow you to get some decent separation because the f2 aperture, which is really good. So yeah, Canon really hit it out of the park with this one, I believe. As I said before, it's cheap. You can pick these up used between $100 and $200 Australian, and I think new they're maybe $200 to $300. Should have probably researched that before I made this video, but cheap and relatively sharp, like from, you know, I'd say from maybe 60-70% of the width of your image, that area is going to be pretty sharp. So that's pretty good stop down at f2, and yeah, this lens definitely performs in terms of sharpness and holds up to you know, using an APS-C sensor instead of one of those smaller point and shoot ones. If you are shooting video with Magic Lantern on this camera, you can actually use crop modes to get further reach, which is really good. So for example, if you're shooting at a 2x crop mode, you're getting a 44mm out of this. If you're shooting at a 3x crop mode, you're getting a 66mm out of this. So it allows you to kind of punch in and actually get some semi-telephoto shots, which is really cool. And because the aperture is f2, each time that crop factor multiplies, it's not as bad as, you know, having a kit lens or something like that on there, where it just kind of multiplies to like f12 or whatever it is. You're still looking even at the worst crop at an f6, which is pretty good. One of the cons of this lens is that the focus ring is very detached. You don't feel like you're turning you know, a lens like you normally would. So I don't know, it's just not an enjoyable experience, I've found. But I'm pretty much using like a half press shutter now in Magic Lantern to get focus on my videos before I hit record. So not really even touching the front element anymore, which is good. There is no image stabilization in this lens, which does suck a little bit, but really, for how small that lens is, I don't think we can complain that there is no image stabilization. Just use resolve stabilization. It's pretty good, and just don't run around thinking that this is a gimbal, because it's not. So just set your shots, maybe some slight side to sides with it, but you know, try to eliminate walking, and you'll be fine. You won't need that stabilization. So yeah, this lens is amazing. I pretty much have only had this on my Canon EOSM since I bought it. I do have a speed booster, and I've got a 50 Canon 1.8 to put on it, which, you know, it gives you good depth of field, but the focusing is just a bit of a nightmare. And so this is literally like a point and shoot, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be traveling. I don't want to be thinking about camera gear and spending time with it. I just want to pull it out, and within 5 seconds I'm actually getting the shot or getting the video that I wanted, and this little lens allows you to do that. So if you have any comments or questions about this lens, if you want to see any more tests or anything like that before you purchase it, let me know. I'll try and get that done for you. But other than that, have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next one.